What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TVPVS, where we'll put the best of the best and the worst of Las Vegas head to head to see who ultimately reigns supreme. In today's episode, we've got a battle of MGM versus Caesars properties. We're going to take a look at the Resort King Room at the Mirage and compare that to the Ultra Hip King Room at Planet Hollywood. So without further ado, let's get started. Before we get started, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button to join the TVP fam, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any content that's uploaded to the channel. Now, today's episode, we have the Mirage's Resort King Room, which is a MGM property. We're gonna put that head to head against the Ultra Hip King Room at Planet Hollywood, which is a Caesars owned property. Both of these rooms are the standard tier or the base level rooms at both of these properties, and they also fall in the affordable price range. Now, MGM and Caesars are the two major players for properties on the Vegas Strip, so there's going to be a lot of these MGM and Caesars head to head because they've got a lot of different rooms, so we'll be able to see who ultimately have the better rooms. So let's go ahead and dive in this video and start comparing these rooms. As you come into the Resort King Room at the Mirage, once you come in, you pretty much walk into an open space. You can see everything in the room. It does have a nice, clean, modern look. You do have a good space so you don't feel too crammed. Walking into the Ultra Hip King Room, you'll see right there is your bathroom, but you do have an entryway versus the entire room being open. So it's just your more standard look. It does have a clean, updated look and see a part of the room from the entryway. But instead of the Mirage where everything is wide open, the Planet Hollywood room, you have that entryway. I don't think that's much of a difference, but if we're gonna just talk about that wow factor off the initial eye test, the Mirage will get the edge because you can see everything and it also has a clean look. Now let's go ahead and compare the bathrooms. Off to the left in the Resort King Room, you have your bathroom. So you have a nice bright backlit mirror above your single vanity sink. Then off to the right, you do have a smaller vanity mirror for those who may need that. Directly behind the door is your standard shower tub combo. The toilet is in between, no water closet for that. Walking over into the Ultra Hip King Room, off to the left, you do have a walk-in shower. And then next to your walk-in shower, there is a water closet for the toilet, so those are separate. Next to the water closet, you actually have a soak-in tub, so no shower tub combo. You actually have the tub and the shower separate. And then across from that, you do have a big bright lit mirror over your single vanity sink. So when you're comparing both of these bathrooms just off of the eye test, you'll see that the bathroom in the Ultra Hip King Room, you can definitely tell it's bigger. Looks wise, it looks a little more clean, looks a little more modern, and it does offer you more. You have your walk-in shower, you have a water closet for the toilet, and a soak-in tub. Compared to the Resort King Room at the Mirage, the bathroom's cool, it is smaller. You do have a shower tub combo, and off of preference nowadays, most people would probably prefer to have a walk-in shower with a separate tub. The water closet, I feel like, is a bonus. I'm not sure how important that is to most people, but a walk-in shower versus separate tub compared to a shower tub combo, the edge is gonna go to Planet Hollywood. Now let's check out the closet in the bedroom space. In the Resort King Room, before you actually get to the bathroom, is the location of your closet. So you do have a good closet size space. You've got your ironing board. You also have a luggage rack. And then you have an in-room safe, which is a laptop size mounted on the wall. So convenient if you have bigger items. And then you have a full body mirror located on the door of the closet to make sure you're fresh for you head out. In the bed area, you have your king size bed. Next to your bed, you actually have a Bluetooth speaker with charging ports as well, so that's convenient to have bedside. And then you have a switch on the side of the bed to control your reading lamps above. Over in the Ultra Hip King Room, you have a nice clean king size bed. Has a different feel compared to the Resort King Room, but it's nice, kind of more of a party feel. Across from the bed is your closet, so you do have another good size closet space. This doesn't light up, but has the same amenities. You've got your ironing board. You do have a luggage rack, and then there is an in-room safe as well. This one isn't as wide, more deeper than the other safe compared to the Mirage room. And then you have a full body mirror inside the closet as well, of course, to make sure you're fresh before you head out. Now, when it comes to the bedroom and closet space, I think this ultimately is going to come down to preference. The Mirage King Room, it looks nice, has a real nice clean room. I'd say it gives you more of a vacation feel, more relaxed feel. Definitely a clean, modern look. And then the closet space is typical closet space. You have all of the standard amenities, but you have a good size space. Same thing with the Planet Hollywood room. It's a totally different look. Looks more clean, more modern. Say it's more relaxed but fun type of feel. So I wouldn't put one over the other. I guess that will ultimately just come down to what your preference is. Do you want more of a party feel, fun room, or a room that feels more vacation and relaxed type? So for bedroom and closet space, I'll give both of them a draw because it's just down to preference. Now let's check out the entertainment space. Across from your king bed in the resort room, you have your entertainment space. You've got a wall mounted flat screen TV. You can purchase some snacks from the counter above, and you actually have a mini bar with some drinks. So if you'd like to purchase things, you can grab those out of the mini bar. You'll just charge your card to check in. Over past the TV, you have a work desk space. So if you need to do some work or handle some business while you're in town, you can do that. You also have a connectivity panel to connect your media. And then right behind your work desk space, you do have an extra chair if you have an extra guest. And then your views are directly behind that as well. With Mirage being on the strip, you'll get a very nice strip view from this room. Over in the Ultra Hip King room, you'll find your entertainment and workspace. You do have a chair and a small little space on the counter to do some work if you're in town for business. Next to that space, down below, you have an empty mini refrigerator, which is convenient for those who want to keep their drinks cool. Above that counter, you do have a wall mounted flat screen TV. You do have some ice bucket and cups below complimentary. And then you have your drawer if you need to store some things. On the left side of the king bed, you do have a dining room table for two. And then over to the right side, you have a chair, couch, lounge area space that you like to call it. So you have extra guests. You do have some space for them as well. As far as your views, Planet Hollywood is on the strip as well. You will get a slight strip view or a building view. It ultimately depends on the floor level of your room. So comparing the entertainment space and the views between these rooms, for the Mirage room, you do have a connectivity panel. A lot of people bring media, computer chargers, Bluetooth speakers, so that's very convenient. You can hook that up there, play that directly through the TV or charge those devices. You also have a mini bar, so if you want to purchase drinks or get some snacks while you're in the room because you get the late night munchies, that's available for you as well. And then you get really good views. You also have a space if you need to handle some business while you're in town. With that said, the Ultra Hip King room at Planet Hollywood will probably cater more to the preferred amenities to people who travel to Vegas. First things first, you get an empty mini refrigerator. And I feel like that's the biggest advantage you get with Caesars properties is most of their rooms come with an empty mini refrigerator versus a mini bar that's stocked with items that most people probably don't want to pay for. So that alone would give the edge to the Ultra Hip King room in my opinion. You also have a dining room table for two, but you also have a couch as well. But those are my opinions of these two rooms. Those are my breakdowns. We always just do a quick breakdown before we ultimately pull out the scorecard because this is a battle. So let's bring out the scorecard, break down these two rooms, and get a winner for this battle. First on the scorecard, we have size. The Resort King room at the Mirage is 394 square feet compared to the Ultra Hip King room at Planet Hollywood, which is 450 square feet. So for the size factor of the scorecard, the first edge will go to the Ultra Hip King room at Planet Hollywood. Next, we have location. Now both of these hotel properties are on the strip. The Mirage is slightly further down from the center of the strip going toward the north side, but it's still in a very good location and it's a very popular property. With that said, Planet Hollywood is right in the center of the strip. It's directly across the street from the Cosmo, which is next to the Bellagio, which we all consider the center of the strip. So the edge for location will go to Planet Hollywood. Third on the scorecard, we have price. So for the sake of this battle, we picked 3 random weekends. We picked a random weekend in April, a random weekend in July, and a random weekend in September. So the first random weekend, the Mirage Resort King room was $548.76, which rounds to $183 a night. The Ultra Hip King room at Planet Hollywood was $462.59, which rounds to $155 a night. So for the first random weekend, the edge would go to Planet Hollywood. The second random weekend in July, for the Resort King room at the Mirage, it was $650.80. This rounds to $217 a night. The Ultra Hip King room at Planet Hollywood was $602.39. This rounds to $201 a night. So for the second random weekend, the edge would go to the Ultra Hip King room at Planet Hollywood. The third random weekend in September, for the Resort King room at the Mirage, it was $716.56, rounds to $233 a night. For the Ultra Hip King room at Planet Hollywood, it was $653.41, which rounds to $218 a night. So for the third random weekend, the edge would go to Planet Hollywood, making the winner for price Planet Hollywood, since it was cheaper all 3 weekends. Fourth on the scorecard, we have amenities. Now truthfully, I believe the one amenity that's going to stand out above all amenities between these 2 rooms is going to go to Planet Hollywood because of the simple fact that they offer a mini refrigerator. As we go through these versus battle, you'll see that's a common theme between Caesars properties and MGM properties, as that MGM properties will offer you a mini bar, which is convenient if you want to get something to drink and you don't feel like leaving the room and you want to pay those inflated prices. But Caesars properties typically give you an empty mini refrigerator, which most of us want because we all buy drinks and waters and sodas and all that good stuff, even for our alcoholic drinks. We all throw it in a mini refrigerator to keep it cool, because when you look at everything else, they both have the same thing. Yeah, you get a connectivity panel with a Mirage room, but you get a dining room table for 2, and you get a couch. So if you have extra guests, they could sleep on the couch, versus a Mirage room, if you have an extra guest, they'd have to sleep on the floor. The edge for amenities, it's gonna go to Planet Hollywood. Last on the list, we have views. Now truthfully, it really can just depend on what room you book. Even though Planet Hollywood is in the middle of the strip, this particular room, from my knowledge, doesn't offer a fountain view, so you would just get a really nice view of the strip. And it also depends on your tower location, because if you were to get a strip view, you might partially get the top of the building. But Mirage, it is also on the strip, and it's in a good location on the strip. Even though it's not in the center of the strip, you still get a really nice view of a lot of things around the Mirage. So you could in essence get a better view at Mirage. This particular room wasn't a strip view, it was just a standard Resort King room, but you got a really nice strip view. And for the sake of this battle, we'll just use the views for these 2 particular rooms. So if you were to ask me which view I would prefer of these 2, the edge would definitely go to the Mirage. So the winner of this episode of TVP Versus is going to go to the Ultra Hip King room at Planet Hollywood. These are 2 very popular properties in Vegas. I'm very curious. Please leave your comments below. Do you believe the Ultra Hip King room was the better of these 2 properties, or would you have taken the Resort King room at Mirage? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought of this particular battle. Also share other properties that you'd like to see for a future episode of TVP Versus. And that's going to do it for this video. If you all enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and as always, thanks for watching.